Hello, everybody. Welcome to this new webinar on how to build your voice controlled smart IVR for your contact center, specifically for your e commerce. So, we have a few folks right now connected. We're going to wait a little bit for the rest of the invitees and we are going to start. So today we're going to use Voximplant Kit, and we are going to connect to our, Shopify-like API using SheetDB as an example, and we are going to identify our customer that is calling in to see if they have active orders in our store. That's the basic idea. So let's give a few minutes so all the invitees can come and we can start. Thank you all for coming. This is being recorded, so you will have it afterwards. So don't worry about that. Okay, guys. So I suppose you guys are hearing me well. I see my microphone moving. Please write in the comments if you guys have any question, if you want to touch any topic regarding Vox Implant Kit or maybe Vox Implant platform, uh, about our features, capabilities, integration possibilities. Also, today we will cover Vox Implant Kit, which is our easy to use product to build your communications infrastructure in the cloud. So let's just wait one more minute before we start. Okay, let's get started right now. So, I will introduce myself. I am Nicolas Calderon. I am technical evangelist of Voximplant. I have been working with Voximplant technology for around 3 years. I knew about Voximplant when I was working as a product manager at Rappi in Colombia. And from that point in 2018, I fell in love with this technology, with communications field. And now I'm here, telling everybody about the cloud benefits that comes for communications and real-time applications. So all the questions that you guys have, I will answer them in this webinar regarding our products. Now let's get started. What is Voximplant for all of you who don't know our product? We are a company that has been for more than 10 years in the market of communications. Our basic motivation was to create such technology that would allow people to connect over the internet without the use of any software or hardware. In that moment, 10 years ago, the only thing we had was VoIP with SIP. And from that moment, we started developing what is now WebRTC. So we are pioneers in the creation of this standard, and this is our why. We wanted to make communications easier. That's why we are the only serverless communications platform um, in the world, and we are the only unification platform as a service that will have 12 points of presence in all the world, all around the world. What this means is that our infrastructure is way more advanced than our current competitors that are most focused in having good infrastructure for SMS, which is a lot more easy, to have, because SMS is not real time. We have been a company that our technology, our core, is based on real time communications. That's why we put the basis of our core Vox engine, the technology behind all of our products, uh, by using JavaScript, because it was the only programming language that would allow you to have real-time communications easily, and digitalize from phone calls, SIP calls, other events like SMS, web clicks, and WebRTC calls later on. Now we have offices in the US, we have offices in Russia and in Colombia, where I am located right now. We have been in 2020, we made more than 1 billion calls, and this is all over the world. We have more than 30,000 active customers all around the world that they are unifying and modernizing their communications and bringing automation into their processes, into their inbound, phone numbers, into their CRMs, into their e-commerce direct call-in buttons. So all of these channels and ways of interact with your brand, that could be over your application or maybe through a device, you can empower all of these types of communications using just one provider, that will be Voximplant. We have a set of tools for programming and for graphically design your communications, that would allow you to do anything that you want regarding your communications and integrations with your current system, your current CRM, and also your current PBX and call center. Um, you can imagine our services in the cloud as a market of features that you can add to your calls. Now you can design your calls or your omni-channel experience or your WhatsApp interactions the way you want and in the order that you want. Your limitations are based on your creativity, because we have created such a tool that would allow you to bring all your ideas to reality. I haven't found in 3 years something that I have to say, I'm sorry, we cannot do that, because actually we can integrate with everything in the cloud. um, I would say that the only limitations that we have is when a contact center is not able to be connected to the internet. That would be the only way that we are like, there's nothing for us to do here, because we are a cloud service, and we integrate easily with services that are over the internet. We can also connect with on premise, not connected to the internet infrastructures, but I wouldn't recommend that for practicity. But we can, if we go into a hardware and then we got connected to that PBX. So now let's jump into actually what I want to show you in this webinar, that it's how to create an IVR easily, right? I'm checking in the chats. If you guys have any question, just write the question. I'm to share my screen now. Can you confirm you're watching my screen? It looks like. Okay, so this is the case. Imagine I have a website, I have an e-commerce, and I want to create. Do you guys still see my screen, right? Okay, I have a website and I want to create an IVR for my e-commerce. I will close the presentation. Okay. Now, how do I make an IVR in Voximplant Kit? We have an easy version. I will do it first, and from that we will build the more advanced example that I want to show you. But first, what is the simple thing you can do? This is Voximplant Kit interface. Voximplant Kit is our easy to use product, and you can build inbound and outbound scenarios, automated calls, connect robots, and connect also your agents and have them to respond to chats, and also connect your bots and have them to answer your chats and calls. In order to create an inbound scenario, you from the left menu select the inbound uh, section. In the upper right of your screen, you have your balance. If you click here in refill, you will go to the payment section of Voximplant, and you will be able to add money to your account, so you can test it. If you guys want to create your account right now, I will share the link, and you guys let me know, and I will share a code so you can test with free $10, so you can play around and do the same that I will do in this example. Okay, here you can create the account, and I will share the code with whoever who wants it. All right, so I want to create an IVR. I was testing my IVR here. The simple thing that I can do here is just to choose a template. Now, I have some inbound templates that I can choose from. I will choose Voice Assistant, which is actually really similar to what I want to do. I just want to have my customers to call in and to be able to find my store and talk to a representative and ask for their current order. Okay, so using this template, this we call e-commerce IVR demo. This is all in the cloud. Okay, now this is how we make a scenario. This is what is called a scenario inside Voximplant Kit. And a scenario is the logic behind a call, an inbound call or an outbound call. Now, the name of this scenario is e-commerce IVR demo. We have a set of tools inside Voximplant Kit that would allows us to build the communications or to program our IVR the way we want. Now, what do we want? What I want to show you guys is how to automate those inbound calls and to have a, a more intelligent IVR that actually recognize your customer and proactively tells them about their order instead of the customer, going through a long menu until they can reach the or what's about my order uh, field. So we will evolve this current template so we can have what I just mentioned, and we will use these some of these tools that we have here to do that. Okay, let's test this current template, right? I just choose the template. First, we have an interactive menu, which is like the IVR block inside Voximplant Kit. And we have two options. You can enter a text and that will be synthesized, or you can have an audio record to be played to the customer. In this moment, we will use a voice synthesis. We will use Google speech synthesis, but also you can have any provider. We will use Google in this time, but you can also use Amazon, for example. Let's use, I don't know, Kimberly. It's a neural voice. So let's test this. Hello, I am the Acme Corporation. All right. Let's call it the e-commerce assistant. Let's save that. Let's close. We will change the speech synthesis in all blocks, and we will publish this. Now, I just published my scenario, which is an IVR that would allow the people who call in to select, to say address, and to go over port 1 to say delivery. And actually, we can change this address. Let's say order, or it could be operator. No. Save. Okay. And here we can choose what words trigger each port. Now, this will be to tell the customer how to get directions to our store. Location. I cannot see with this microphone. Directions, location, get there, go there. Okay, and order, we can have here order status. My order. Okay. All right, let's save that. And then what else do we need for this to be a complete IVR? We need to connect it to a phone number. So I'm going to buy a phone number. I don't have any phone number available. Okay, as I am in Colombia, I will, okay, I will show you how to buy a phone number. I will buy a number in the States. To do that, you just go in the left menu to numbers section. From there, you will have all your phone numbers and also the custom caller IDs. This is numbers that you can, your own personal number that you can verify in our platform. And from that, you will be able to use your own phone number as the caller ID for outbound calls, okay? And managed numbers will allow you to buy a phone number. I'm going to buy a phone number, SMS, enabled in the States. I'll buy a Washington, D.C. phone number. I'm just going to buy one phone number. Buy. Okay. it's done. It would be charged in a monthly basis. So I just have this new phone number, and I go back to my inbound scenario, commerce IVR demo, and I can bind a phone number. I will publish and bind my phone number. No, I am using Voximplant to buy the phone numbers. Actually, it's in our same interface. We offer numbers all around the world in more than 60 countries, and you can make and we offer termination minutes in more than 200 countries all over the world. So we use several providers, but Twilio is not one of them, if that was your question. Okay, so we just buy that number, and I'm going to bind that number to this scenario. How would I do that? I just, this is the number that I just bought. I would choose it and save. Okay, let me get my phone number so I can call and show you guys this example. Okay. Okay. Give me one moment, please. Okay. I will call in now to that phone number so you guys can see that this works immediately.
Hello. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. Do you want to know our address, delivery terms, or talk to the operator?
Address.
Do you want to know our address, delivery terms, or talk to the operator?
Address.
The address of our company, 23rd Cherry Lane, Gotham City.
Okay, you guys got the idea. So what I want to do is to actually have this IVR. This is basic IVR, right? I just call in and you tell me what to do in the voice or in the keyboard, and you go there, and then it's a decision tree. What we want to make is to make more intelligent IVR that will be able to identify our customer. Now, in order to do that, I will use a local, as I am located in Colombia, I will use a local phone number. So it will identify my phone number so I can show you the process, okay? So how would I change this? I just go to numbers. I have a Colombian phone number here, and I will take it from other scenario that I have, and I'm going to commerce IVR demo. I will attach this. Okay. Now if I go to my scenario, I will see that I have both of them related to this scenario. Now if I call into this number,
Hello. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. Do you want to know our address?
okay, I have like weird connection here. All right. Now, how do I make this more intelligent? We need now to connect to our, API or something. What I have created now, I was exploring the Shopify application, the Shopify API, which is really cool and allow you to have a lot of control over everything in your e-commerce. So what you can do, and the idea behind this, is to actually maybe have the Shopify application or any application, VTEX, your WordPress, any store that you want, have that application to provide information to your IVR before actually you talk to the, or your robot talk to the customer. The way I'm going to fake this is by using this service that is called SheetDB, that will allow me to create an API from any Google Docs uh, document, sheet document. So what I'm going to do is to add myself as a customer with my phone number, and let's see, and I will create now an API from this. Now, what in order to do that, just to show you, you have to create your Google Docs sheet. This is just for the example. In the real world, you're going to use your actual application API of your e-commerce. In my example, I'm going to use my fake e-commerce API. All right, so we don't, um, get too complicated in this webinar, because it's 5 minutes time that I have to create an IVR. So talking about the title of this webinar, we just created the 5 minutes, IVR. We're going to make a more advanced one. All right. I have my my sheet, and now I will connect that. So I just put create new, and I just put the link of my document here. I have done that, and this creates an API. Now, if you go to the spreadsheet, you'll get an API URL that you can call from any service, in the internet, and is this URL that will work as an API. You can call this URL and also get, Nicolas Calderon, and get me by the by my phone number. So I will show you how to map this response easily without knowing how to filter a JSON in Voximplant Kit. Okay, let me do this really fast. So how do I do that? Before actually talking to my customer, I will try to identify him or her by the phone number. How would I do that? I will use one of my preferred blocks in Voximplant Kit, which is HTTP request. Okay, so this HTTP request will allow me to ask for customer info to the API. I will use, okay, I will create a new request. And this request, I will add the URL that was provided by SheetDB. I don't need any authentication, but in the case that your application do, that is really normal, you can add those headers here, like, your API key and your user ID and the parameters, or in the body of your request. So you can, this is like little postman that you can have here in Voximplant. Okay, you can make any kind of HTTP request. So if it's accessible over the internet, you can have it. And how you can map the response into variables inside your scenario. This is what my API is responding when I hit that URL that I put before. The way that I will filter this is just I get the response. So what I check here is what I will get as a variable. I will map as a variable inside my scenario. Now I want to get the name of my customer. I want to get the ID of my customer and the phone number. I am Imagine that this could be also a way to filter your customer with your phone number, as you all only know the phone number. A Shopify has a method that you can filter a customer with country and the phone number field. So this will help you out. We will get also the order ID, order details, the payment, and the shipping ID that we get from this API, our false API, and we will get the variables. When we click that, we will map those variables as Voximplant kit variables. So the name in let's say Shopify, it's now the name inside this e-commerce IVR demo scenario. Okay, the variables are shared only in this scenario. Hmm? The ID. Also, we can have global variables, but that's in another webinar. So all of that information will be mapped here: order details, order payment, shipping ID, everything. And we save that, and we save as a template. E-commerce sheet DB. You can save requests in your Voximplant kit like you do in Postman, so you can have really easy and accessible integrations. Like, I have create a contact in active campaign, send a WhatsApp message using Edna, send an SMS using Massivian, write a Pipedrive note, search for a user in this other CRM system. So it's really, how would you say, versatile what you can do. Now, okay, before we answer to the customer, we are asking who is this customer, and I get some variables. Now I want to personalize the experience. Let's call him by his name. He will be name, right? Do you want to know our address, delivery terms of your we have an order details that will tell us what is inside their order, or talk to the operator. All right, let's save that. English offset from the end. Okay, in this section, input settings, you can select that you want your bot to understand voice or keyboard, like buttons in the phone, or both. We will select voice in this moment, and you can allow your bot to be interrupted with this selection. This after the end means that after the speech synthesis is done, it will start listening to your customer. If we put offset from the start that he's talking, 3 seconds after, you can interrupt the bot. So I would put like 6 seconds so we can have time to say this, and we will be able to interrupt our bot, and we will have the same my order. Okay, let's save this. I will publish my scenario. Now we'll call again.
Hello, Nicholas Calderon. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. Do you want to know our address, delivery terms of your 2 Red Sox order, or talk to the operator?
I want to know about my order.
We will deliver your order in 3 days. Our courier will call you on the delivery day.
Okay. I don't like that voice. It sounds like she's sleepy. That's Kimberly. I never heard before. Let's try it with Justin. Okay, so you guys can hear a little bit the other voices. All right, so we just made a smarter IVR. Now our IVR knows the name of the person if we know his phone number, and also if you have active orders, it will tell you, hey, do you want to know about your order? But now let's assume that actually we do. I mean, if I am calling and I have an active order, 90% of the times I will be calling regarding that order. Do you agree? So in order to do that, I will show you another box that it's really useful, and this is the data verification box. What this will allows us to do is to, based on the information brought by the API, we will know, we will have an IVR for the customers and one for the non-customers. Okay, so this will be for the customers. Customers IVR. And it will be hello name. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. Maybe he doesn't want to know our address. Maybe he wants to know, do you want to know our delivery terms of your order details? Your two red socks. Why I have the two red socks here? Because in my API, I have Nicolas Calderon that has this phone, that has this order ID, that has an order detail of two red socks. Okay, I can have something different, two pineapples. It's depending on your API and your store, structure. Hello name, I'm the commerce voice assistant. Do you want to know about your order or talk to the operator? Okay, this will be the IVR for the customers. And we will create another one. Just Control D will duplicate the IVR. And we will change this one to be new customer. Hello. To know our address, delivery terms, or talk to the operator. So for the address, it will be the same. So for the operator, it will be the same because it will be a call forwarding. So at the end of this, we have a call forwarding. Let's imagine it would be, my phone number. You can send this over zip to your contact center, or maybe that's what I'm going to do to make a better demo in this short webinar. We will use our own contact center block, which is call to queue. I will choose customer service here, and from the parameters, I will put the name. I will send the name. I will send the order, and I will put here order details. But I have to look for the code. Let me save this. Order details. Okay, we're just going to send that to the agent, and here we select some music to play to the customer while we are waiting for the agent to answer his phone call. We can also say waiting messages to the customer while he's waiting in the queue. Okay, I will turn that on. If fail, We'll say this if success, end of scenario. Now it's very important. Oh no, that's for outbound. So I will publish my scenario. Oh, I cannot publish yet. We were making the data verification. Do you remember? We are going to check here if this customer has an active order. How do we do that? So here will be that we have an active order. How do we do that? We can do this. Maybe if we have an order ID that is not blank, this will mean that he has an active order. And we will create another port that would say no order. And it will be order ID equal to, according to Shopify, it will return something as null. If we have a null order ID, this means that we have no order. So it means that they no orders, right? So if it's active, we go to the customer IVR, and if we have no orders, we go to the new customer IVR. If we fail, maybe we can send it also to the new customer IVR just as default. So let's test that out. What we're missing here, you always have to connect everything, all the ports in your scenario. Okay, that's a must. What am I? Oh, order. Yes. So we will duplicate these because this is thought. Okay, I just moved that. I will change the text to speech. Okay, it will, and we will give that information. We will provide the information in 3 days, and this will be when you have no orders and you just want to know about the order delivery terms and conditions. But here we want to provide more information. Why? I am just going to change the color so we can just see better. Okay, so this is for when I want to check the order. This is the data modification that will allows us data modification blocks. They help us to create such variables that will help you to create dashboards and custom reports of your inbound calls or outbound calls. Okay, data modification will help you to craft your variables so you can create custom dashboards. And so this is active order. So we will deliver your, we already have the information of the customer. It will be order details, your three order with order ID. We put the order ID in 3 days. You paid order payment dollars, and your shipping code is our courier will call you on the delivery day. All right, save. Now we said that we are. Oh, I want to send the customer a text message. You will receive a text message and email with this information. Okay, save. How do we do that? We send an SMS here. Arlene, it depends on your store because maybe you can have someone that has signed up and created an account in your e-commerce, but they never made a purchase. But you can already know their name. Can we code the delivery time as well instead of manually typing 3 days? Of course, you can have anything as a variable instead of 3 days. You can have here. I will just create a variable, delivery time, right? And then we just need to tell Voximplant Kit where to get that delivery time, and it will be the same process that you saw when we changed um, the active order. Actually, let's change it in our API so you can see it. We have a, let's put here delivery time. Let's put here 3 days. Or we can have a, normal, today is like 12. It will be like 03, 12, 21. Okay. But what do we have to do in order to map that out? We go back here. We go back to this HTTP request, and we go here and we map our HTTP data, and we get the data. And if we make these other requests, you see that we will get now a delivery time. And we map that out. We get the variable, we save that, and that variable has been created already, delivery time. And we can use that as the way that we did here. Delivery time, it should work. Now we just sent the SMS, and now we're going to send an email. And then it's done. So from, no, this is my personal account. The recipient could be here the email of your customer that could be brought in the same calling when we are getting the customer information. Subject, reminder of your here we put order details, order ID. Hello. Name. Thanks for calling. Here is the info of your order. Okay, save. We sent an email, and I'm just going to copy this information just to send an SMS with exact same information. From, and I will choose just the caller ID. This is actually the same number that the customer is calling in. And let's imagine that also I want to send a WhatsApp notification. So after the email, I would choose my WhatsApp template. And okay, I will, I can type something like this. And we'll have it inside the text of that WhatsApp message. So what do you think about that? Okay, save. And we are done now. Okay, I think our scenario evolved a little bit, but it's looking good. Um, so let's test again. With my phone number, I should get identified, and then I will select order. I want to know about my order, and then I should have information, and then receive an SMS, and then to get an email. Okay, let's try that. I will publish. Okay, and we're about to finish because it actually took a long time. Oh, let me publish first.
Hello, Nicholas.
Now we should have Justin's voice.
Hello, Nicholas Calderon. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. Do you want to know our delivery terms of your 2 pineapples order or talk to the operator?
I want to know about my order.
We will deliver your 2 pineapples order with order ID 8,644,131 in March 12, 2021. You paid $25, and your shipping code is 856,415. Our courier will call you on the delivery day. You will receive a text message and email with this information.
Thank you. Okay. The way that you can see that in a better way is that. Oh, give me one moment. Sorry. Okay. Guys, the way that you can see this, I am actually going to call from another phone number, so you can see how it is looking in real time. I'm going to call now.
Hello, Nicholas Calderon. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. In terms of your 2 pineapples order and talk to the operator.
Order.
You want to know our address, delivery terms, and talk to the operator?
I want to talk to the operator.
You want to know our address, delivery terms, and talk to the operator?
My order.
We will deliver your 2 pineapples order with order ID 8,644,131 in March 12, 2021. You paid $25, and your shipping code is 856,415. Our courier will call you on the delivery day. You will receive a text message and email with this information.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that. Okay, failed the email, so that's why I didn't send the. But I should did received the SMS. Let me show you. Let me show you here. Look, I got it. An SMS. So that's it. This is how you can make your IVR more intelligent. And now I will read your questions. Can we code the delivery? Oh, I already answered that. Where can I find the documentation to connect an API on your API and the systems that you are using? If you're using Shopify, then you will need the Shopify API so you can connect from our Voximplant Kit account, because Voximplant Kit HTTP request works as a postman, but you need to get the documentation from your service, from your CRM, from your provider, so you can actually connect that to Voximplant. Last question: where can we find the tutorials for adding other APIs like the WhatsApp integration and the other ones you have listed on your HTTP request app? Marlene, it's basically the same answer than Joanna. There are plenty of services that they have APIs. What we are doing now, actually, in the LATAM team of Voximplant, we're doing like this directory of integrations. And Shopify, we already have the Soho CRM marketplace application. If you're using Soho, we already are really integrated into Bitrix 24 in all of their phone calls and phone numbers. And we're close to release Salesforce integration, one-click integration with Voximplant Kit as well. So I think we were missing just a little bit of minutes to show you the contact center part. I have 4 minutes that I would like to share with you guys, this contact center part, because it's really cool what you can do here. Because as you saw here, we're going to say if we say to call with an operator, I will be directed to an operator, but this operator can be connected here in Voximplant Kit. Now we have a contact center part and we have a workspace part, and here you can connect any channel that you want. You can have Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. You can have calls and SMS here to be answered, and soon we will have a custom channel that you can bring your Zendesk and other things that and be transformate them into conversations. So we have what we call smart queues. These queues can accept calls and chats at the same time. And these users, your users, are your agents. So you get reports, live reports and non-live reports of the conversations that written and talking conversations of your customers, of your agents. So here's your workspace where I am an agent and I am answering my messages. I can make phone calls from here, and I will connect so I can receive new calls, and I will get a call. Oh, one moment.
Hello, Nicholas Calderon. I am the e-commerce voice assistant. Do you want to know our delivery terms of your 2 pineapples order or talk to the operator?
I want to talk to an operator.
Redirecting to operator.
Hello. I am Nicholas, the operator. Okay. That's how I can receive a call inside my VoxKit scenario. So you have everything you need inside Voximplant Kit from end to make a really smart IVR, and also to connect your human agent to answer that call, not only your robots. And you can, select that here, and the information that will be passed to your agent as well. Okay, and also you can change that voice. That Justin is like a little child voice. I didn't get that voice before, but it's for you guys to hear. Also, you can have your own custom voice. If you have your own company voice, you can add it via API as well. Let me check on the questions. Yes, Joanna, will be recorded. After we finish this webinar, it will be sent to you, the recording of this. Okay. If you guys have no more questions, I will close. I will be happy to answer them. Also, we have our YouTube videos with tutorials that you can check it out. We have our documentation or website with tutorials and how to's, so you can know how to work with our platforms. And also, you can reach me in LinkedIn if you guys have any special requests, or in Discord forums. All right. Yes, Marlene, we can talk about that. Are you in conversations with any of our sales team? Any person in our sales team, Marlene? So we can talk about that. It will be for the near future to have these white labels, so you can have your logo into inside Voximplant Kit, and just so that's your platform. But now it's just Voximplant Kit, uh, pay as you go platform, and we have some automation plans, so you can have more cheaper minutes. But you can talk with your sales representative about these ways on saving money with volumes. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's my email, Marlene. Please chat me there, and I will get you connected. Okay. Thank you all for coming. I hope to see you soon and to see what you guys will be building with our technology. Thanks a lot for coming, and see you next time. Bye bye. Take care.